If your two-arm swing feels solid, but your one-arm swing twists you, yanks your shoulder, or just feels awkward, this video is for you. The one-arm swing has the added challenge of asymmetry. That bell is gonna try to pull you and rotate you. We've coached kettlebell students for over a decade, and we've seen the same one-arm swing problems come up again and again. In this video, we're pulling together our best one-arm swing tips into one complete guide. Let's break it down. The whole idea of the one-arm swing is to stay square. It's that asymmetrical load that makes the one-arm swing more challenging than the two-arm swing. It recruits more muscles, especially core muscles. The first problem with the one-arm swing is setting up asymmetrically. When you set up off kilter and you're asymmetrical, you've already lost the fight to stay square before you've even started. Here's how to fix an asymmetrical setup. When you set up, touch the bell handle with your free hand, like this. This will ensure that your shoulders, hips, and knees are square. Your setup should look exactly the same as your setup for the two-arm swing. The only difference is that with the one-arm swing, you just have one hand on the bell handle. Drag the bell towards you and connect your lats by squeezing your armpits towards your hips. Now you're ready to hike the bell. The second problem that we're covering today is rotating on the backswing. This is a problem because the bell is pulling you into rotation. You're not staying square during the hip hinge of your swing. This is sometimes, but not always, caused by rodeo arm. Rodeo arm is when the swinger excessively throws the free arm back, which exacerbates and increases the rotation problem even more. For now, let's fix that rotation on the backswing. I'm gonna show you two drills that you can practice. The first drill is the one-arm sumo kettlebell deadlift. Get into your sumo kettlebell deadlift stance with one bell. The bell handle should be lined up with your ankle, and the bell should be closer to one side, like this. Hinge your hips back and grip the bell with one hand. Your free hand should shadow the working hand, as if it were holding an imaginary kettlebell. This is important. Don't do something crazy with your free hand. Do deadlifts and stay square in your shoulders, hips, and knees, as if you were holding two kettlebells. The second drill that's gonna fix rotation in the backswing is the one-arm hike. Grab a bell and set up for your one-arm swing. Make sure you're square. Aggressively hike the bell up and back. You wanna hit your inner thigh with your forearm. Having that strong contact between your forearm and your inner thigh is really important. Don't let the bell change the shape of your hinge. Stay tight and make sure you're not twisting or rotating. Practice these two drills, your one-arm sumo deadlifts and your one-arm hikes. Then practice your one-arm swings, focusing on staying square and not letting your body rotate on the backswing. Before we get into the shoulder, quick note. If you're watching this and thinking, I don't even know if I have the right kettlebells yet, and I need a simple plan to build confidence with the basics, grab our free Kettlebell Buyer's Guide and 8-week beginner training plan. It'll help you choose the right bells and train with confidence so you're not guessing. Links below. Now let's talk about the shoulder of the arm that's holding the bell, because this is where people get pulled off course and they put their shoulder at risk. Did you know that our shoulder is our most flexible, most complex joint in our whole body? It connects our arm to our torso and it does a ton of different things. If you don't treat your shoulders right when you're doing one-arm swings, you could put yourself at risk of injury. This video is all about putting your shoulders in the safest and strongest position so you can swing injury-free for a lifetime. Let's get into some common swing mistakes with the shoulder and how to fix them. The first problem with our shoulder that we see with the one-arm swing is when the shoulder comes unpacked at the top. This is a problem because the bell is pulling your shoulder into a disconnected and weak position. This can look like the shoulder coming forward, it can also look like the shoulder shrugging up, or it can be a combination of the two. The shoulder coming unpacked is also often accompanied by the whole torso rotating at the top of the swing. Yikes. In the swing, we want to keep our shoulders connected to our torso, anti-shrugged, packed down and back, and square. I'm going to show you two versions of the shoulder packing drill that are going to help you understand what a connected shoulder should feel like in the one arm swing. The first drill is the standing banded shoulder packing drill. Attach a band to something at shoulder level. Stand in your standing plank and grab the band as if you were at the top of your one arm swing. First, just let your shoulder be loose. Let the band pull your shoulder forward and pull you into rotation a little bit. This is what we don't want in the one arm swing. Now, to correct it, pull your shoulder back and down into its socket. Squeeze your armpit down towards your hip. Keep your elbows straight and locked. Squeeze your butt, lock your knees, dig in your heels, root your feet, and get tall and tight in that standing plank. This is what the top of your one arm swing should feel like. The second drill is the supine banded shoulder packing drill. You're basically doing the same drill, but this time you're lying on your back and the band is attached above you. Lie on your back and get into a tight plank. Drive through your heels, point your toes towards your nose, lock your knees, squeeze your butt, brace your abs. Grab the band and mimic the top of your one arm swing. Same as before. First, you're gonna let your shoulder be loose and disconnected. This is what we don't want. Then, to correct it, suck your shoulder back and down into its socket. Try to squish a bug under your shoulder blade and squeeze your armpits down your sides. Here's your assignment. Do some one arm swings, then try both versions of this drill. Then go back to your one arm swing. Your swing should feel stronger, more connected, and you should be more square. Once the shoulder is packed and connected, the next question is, and everyone asks this, what do I do with my free hand? The free hand might seem like a small detail, but it can actually help you stay square, or it can accidentally pull you into rotation. Let's clean it up next. The other common problem we see with the free hand is touching the leg. This is a problem because when we touch our leg with our free hand, we're adding an additional rotational force to the swing. In the swing, we want our power and our force to come from our hip hinge, and we want our stability and our tension to come from hitting that tight standing plank. We don't want to mess with that by pushing or bracing against our leg with the free hand. I'm going to give you two options for things you can do with your free hand at the top of the swing and two options for things you can do with your free hand on the backswing. Try them out and figure out which ones allow you to generate maximal power while staying square. At the top of the swing, you can do either of these two things with your free hand. Option 1, guard position. Make a fist with your free hand and hold it here, similar to a fighter's guard position. Option 2, tap the bell handle. At the top of the swing, tap the bell handle with the free hand. This one is especially good for helping you stay square and anti-rotated. On the backswing, you can do either of these two things with your free hand. Option 1, guard position. If you like the guard position at the top of your swing, you can keep the party going and maintain that guard position throughout the whole movement. Simple and effective. Option 2, mirroring the working arm. A lot of us, myself included, like to use that free arm to generate a bit of momentum during the swing, similar to how you would use your arms to jump up onto something. If this feels natural to you, your second option on the backswing is to mirror the working arm. Make sure your free arm stays aligned with your torso and with the working arm. It's key that you don't throw your free arm too far back, as this will pull you into rotation. So don't turn this into rodeo arm. Try out some different combos of these options and find out what works best for you. Before we move on to the path of the bell, one more quick note. If you're like, okay, I need to build a stronger foundation before I go deep on the one arm swing, our beginner kettlebell starter kit is a great next step. It's only $11 and it gives you beginner-friendly strength workouts with demo videos, a walking plan, recipes, mobility, and a bunch more stuff. You can grab it at the link below. Now let's talk about where the bell should actually travel during the one arm swing. Today, we're talking about another common problem we see a lot with the one-arm swing, which is when the bell travels down the middle of the freeway. So what do I mean by this? If you imagine that your body is a freeway and your body's center line is the center line of the freeway, that yellow line, we're talking about where the bell is in relation to that line. In the one-arm swing, when the bell travels down that center line, it's a problem for two reasons. The first reason is that it causes a lack of connection and a loss of power. The bell arm is just floating in space on the backswing. Our arm is not touching our inner thigh. This lack of connection between our arm and our leg kills our power transfer from our hips and lower body into the bell. The other reason is that it causes us to rotate and unpack our shoulder, both of which are a no-no. The alignment of the bell with your center line is a key difference between the two-arm swing and the one-arm swing. In the two-arm swing, we want the bell to travel down the middle of the freeway. But in the one-arm swing, we want the bell to travel down one lane of the freeway. Here's how to fix a one-arm swing that's driving down the middle of the road. With no bell, get into the hinge position of your two-arm swing. Pry your forearms against your inner thighs and make sure your upper arms are on your ribs. Now, take away one hand and put it in the guard position. Keep prying against your inner thigh with your bell arm. Do slow-mo one-arm swings with the free hand in the guard position. Plank, float, reconnect, hinge. Plank, float, reconnect, hinge. Your working arm should stay on one side of your center line the whole time. Do a few slow-mo reps on both sides. Then do some one-arm swings and replicate that same feeling. This is what your one-arm swing should look and feel like. Let's tie it all together. If you remember only 4 things from this video, remember these. First, stay square. The bell is gonna try to rotate you, so your job is to fight that rotation. Second, keep your shoulder packed. Don't let the bell pull your shoulder forward or disconnect your arm from your body. Third, use your free hand wisely. It should help you stay square and generate power without creating any twisting. And fourth, keep the bell in its lane. In the two-arm swing, the bell travels down the middle of the road, but in the one-arm swing, the bell stays in its own lane. Those 4 key points are gonna clean up most of what goes wrong in the one-arm swing. And by the way, if you skipped the two-arm swing and went straight into the one-arm swing, I love your enthusiasm, but no. Go back and learn the two-arm swing first. This video here will walk you through everything you need to know. Build your foundation first with the two-arm swing. Then come back to the one-arm swing and you're really gonna be able to own it. See you in the next one.